Week 6 of the NFL season. I'm looking forward to watching some football this weekend. In Week 5, my record was 10-6 on game predictions, and my total record on the season so far through 5 weeks is 46-34, which isn't terrible, but I'm looking to improve that this week. Vikings-Dolphins, I posted the preview on this game a couple hours ago, so check that out now if you have not. But I'm taking the Dolphins in this game. 49ers versus Falcons. 49ers were able to destroy the Panthers last week, forced them to fire their head coach after the game, or day 2 after the game, whatever. But the Niners, I think, should have no trouble beating the Falcons in this game. Next up, Patriots versus Browns. The Patriots really proved me wrong. It was really Bailey Zappi who led this team to a 29-0 blowout over the Lions, and for the Browns, they were just lost to the Chargers, barely by like 2 points. But I'm going to go with the Patriots in this one. This isn't my upset of the week, but I do think that the Patriots will be able to beat the Browns. Yeah, sure, it's Bailey Zappi, but he's been playing great for third-string quarterback, so I think that he should be able to get the job done in Cleveland. Jets-Packers, I know Jets fans have definitely high expectations going into this game, considering that they just destroyed us, the Dolphins, and that the Packers are coming off of that loss from London to the Giants. But I do think that the Packers are going to win this game. I know losing to the Giants is kind of a thing to worry about if you're a Packers fan or whatever, but I do think that they will win this game. Jaguars versus Colts. I'm going to take the Jaguars in the Jags versus Colts. I'm going to take the Jaguars in this game. I picked the Texans against them last week. That proved to be right. Colts are coming off of that, I was going to say big win, but it was really the worst game in NFL history against the Broncos on Thursday Night Football in Week 5. But I do think that the Jags will win this game. Jonathan Taylor's out for the Colts. So is Naheem Hines. So Jonathan Taylor going down is probably one of the worst first overall picks in fantasy football history. But regardless, I think the Colts have been a really disappointment this season so far. The Jaguars, though, they could be in real contention to win the AFC South if they win this game, considering that they already killed the Colts 24-0 earlier in the season. So that might be something to watch out for. Bengals-Saints, I'm going to take the Bengals in this game. Saints just beat the Seahawks last week. No Jameis Winston, Andy Dalton once again starting. Kamara's playing. I think Michael Thomas is also back. But the Bengals, I think, are going to be pretty pissed after losing to the Ravens on Sunday Night Football last week. I think they come out. Joe Burrow should have a big day. I really don't think this game is going to be close. Ravens-Giants, this one is one that a lot of people are going to be taking an upset, taking the Giants, but obviously the Giants have been pretty hot, beating the Packers last week. A lot of high expectations for this team, but you got to think that the Ravens still have probably one of the most unstoppable players in the league. I think the Ravens should not have a challenge. I think this is going to be a blowout. If the Giants win this game, I take back every negative thing I said about them, because the Giants can be real playoff contenders now. If they can win this game, they move up to 5-1. They're 4-1 on the season right now. If the Giants win this game, I may have to make just a completely separate video on that. But that's only if they win, which is pretty low expectations. I think that the Ravens will win this game and won't even be close. Bucs Steelers, it is time for the upset of the week. Now, Kenny Pickett is getting his second start. Last week was against the Bills. That didn't go well. I think they lost 38-3 or something. So it's a gut feeling. My gut feeling right now is telling me that Kenny Pickett and the Steelers are going to beat the Bucs. Not sure what it is, but I had that gut feeling with the Texans being the Colts, and it happened. The Bucs are coming off a week where they beat the Falcons off of one of those little cheap calls with the roughing the passer. Something tells me the Steelers are going to win this game. That's my upset of the week. Panthers-Rams. First game without Matt Rule, and also the defensive coordinator, can't remember his name right now, for the Panthers. The Rams are coming off of that loss to the Cowboys. I think they should be pissed from that game. I think the Rams should not have a problem beating Carolina. Cardinals-Seahawks, I really wanted to take the Seahawks in this game, considering how Geno Smith played last week. Remarkable. But I'm going to take the Cardinals last week before DeAndre Hopkins comes back, and we'll see what that really changes Kyler Murray to be. But I do think that the Cardinals should be able to take care of the Seahawks. I think it's up in Seattle, but Kyler Murray is really one of the... what he does is just one-of-a-kind stuff, and it's just compared to nobody. Bills versus Chiefs. First thing I have to say is you've this game in a 425 spot, which is better than a 1 o'clock spot, I guess, but you're going to have the Broncos and Chargers on Monday Night Football over the Bills and Chiefs. Schedule makers have a lot of questions to answer, but in this game, Patrick Mahomes is against the spread for the first time in his career at home. Needless to say, I'm going to take the Chiefs in this one. It's just one of those gut feelings. I think that this game could really go either way. I think Josh Allen never forgets. Trust me, he never forgets. And I know that this would be a perfect scenario to take the Bills considering the AFC divisional game last season, but I do think that the Chiefs will win this game. Arrowhead is probably the hardest stadium in the NFL to play in as the away team. I do think that the Chiefs will take this one. Like I said, could go either way, but I'm really hoping that this game turns out to be one of the best of the season. I think it will be. Sunday Night Football, Cowboys-Eagles, great NFC East divisional matchup. Cooper Rush probably making his last start for the Cowboys because I think that Dak Prescott will be back. So, unless he gets injured again, which obviously hoping he doesn't. Cooper Rush is 4-1, 4 straight wins this season, 5 straight in his Cowboys starting career. But the Eagles, obviously, we know they're 5-0. They're on a hot streak. I think that they'll win this game on primetime. They're second of the season. I don't think that I will not actually be surprised if Cooper Rush can keep it close with Philly. But I think in the end, the Eagles are going to be able to take this game. Broncos versus Chargers, like I said, this is the Monday Night Football game. People are going to be pissed about this game if it's not a good one. I'm telling you, the Broncos get Thursday Night Football last week, now Monday Night Football this week. Remarkable. Give me the Chargers. The Broncos have been just a mess this season. Maybe this is a game that they use to turn their season around, but I think I said the same exact thing with the Colts game on Thursday Night Football, and they lost that game 12-9 was the final score. If the Broncos lose this game, I think, they dropped 2-4 on the season, or maybe 3-3, but this is a must-win game for the Broncos if they want to make the playoffs. For the Chargers, they're 3-2 right now. Very, very lucky that they did not lose that game against the Browns. I do not know what the plan was from Brandon Staley going for it on 4th and 2 when you're up. Basically, just inside of Browns territory. I'm not a fan of that call, but they are lucky that they were able to win the game. Probably a must-win game for both teams if they wanted to stay in the playoff race, especially in the tough divisions. And the tough AFC conference, obviously. We know that the AFC stacked this season, but that'll wrap up the Week 6 predictions. We'll be back for the Week 7 predictions probably a week from today. Seeing how I did, if Week 6 is exciting enough, then we'll probably make a review of the week. But that'll wrap up. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day. Peace.